This is Late Night Health. I'm Mark Allen along with the insane Daryl Wayne, and I thought we'd give a little preview of what's happening on our show this week. What do you think, Daryl?
Well, that's a dandy idea.
Right? So I have lists because otherwise we'd forget what we were doing.
Which week, which show?
Which show, which week. Yes, exactly. Well, the week prior to Christmas is what we'll talk about today. And we're going to talk about a number of different things. Let's see if I can get the right one out. We're going to speak with Becky Clausen, who is the author of Changemaker. This is a fascinating book. Changemaker, when her brother died, her life changed. And she's become a friend, as many of our guests do. And she's fascinating. She meditates while riding a horse. The book is great. Again, it's called Changemaker, How My Brother's Death Woke Up My Life. We're also going to spend some time with Deborah Wallace, who has some tips to share about special needs children, specifically autistic kids. And Deborah was widowed a number of years ago. She's based on the East Coast in the Philadelphia area, and she's a journalist and a writer, and her husband died suddenly, leaving her alone with an 11-year-old, her now 11-year-old son, who is the apple of her eye, but at the same time presents challenges.
Yeah, he's autistic, right?
Yeah, he's autistic, exactly. Robert Clancy, how do we talk about Robert Clancy? Robert Clancy will be joining us talking about self-worth, especially at the holiday times and as you begin the new year. Robert, of course, the author of Soul Ciphers, and we'll talk about a whole hour of women's health. We'll talk about African-American women with Dr. Keisha Gator, who is an OBGYN, and talk about birth rates in the African-American community and the fact that they have more miscarriages than in the Caucasian community. And a lot of this is preventable. And Marianne Ryan wraps up that show. She's a character and a half. We talk about how sit-ups suck. And she specializes in working with women. So that's this week's show.
And she actually has some physical research and some facts to prove it.
Oh, absolutely. She absolutely does. You know, she says, don't do sit-ups. It can hurt you. So that's what's happening on this edition of Late Night Health this week. Tune in to us. We'd appreciate it at latenighthealth.com. I'm Mark Allen.
The insane Daryl Wayne.
We'll see you next time.